give life. You gotta top it lifestyle, 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 give life. Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give it one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole 10 get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top it lifestyle, give life. 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 We go top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Ayy, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation.
We're just trying to give y'all time to get on.
That's right. That is right. What's going on, Michelle Pierre?
Good evening, Kevin Harris. It's all good over here. What about you, sir?
Oh, I mean, I see you got the black hair, the black leather shirt. I mean, you earth the can. Right? I mean,
really? That's how you gonna do me tonight?
You knew I was gonna get you. I was waiting too. So, how you feeling?
I am feeling fantabulously well. I mean, after this weekend, oh my goodness. The question is, how is everybody else feeling? Good evening, Tava, Facebook. Kevin, have you recuperated yet from those 6.5 live hours this Saturday?
You know, I got there on Wednesday and, you know, relaxed on Wednesday, but, you know, Thursday was the golf tournament. We had an amazing time, you know, at the golf tournament, and, you know, just to see everyone who came out, you know, to the golf tournament and just to support that. And Friday, you know, we were over at the Lloyd's house, and, you know, just an amazing event. So, yes, I've recovered, to answer your question. So I'm back home in Atlanta, and, you know, just really soaking up, you know, everything that's happened here in the last few days. So it was pretty phenomenal. And that's really why we want to do a recap here tonight. So absolutely.
Yes, especially if there's anybody on that did not catch any of the awards on Saturday. I'm telling you, you want to settle in. You want to tag, share, remind everybody that we are on. Let me tell you, we had a great time. I mean, a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. We did everything from laugh, cry, fight, because by the end of it, I was booting Kevin out of my office. I was like, it is time for you to go.
That's right. That is
but all of the awards that were given, do we have any of the award winners on? Kevin, we had a lot of people that actually won awards for the very first time. That was the part that I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah. And, you know, when the company started, you know, Lachelle, you know, a few years ago, you know, it's our 2nd year anniversary. You know, it has to be people to walk through the door, but just to see, you know, new faces, you know, walk across the stage and receive, you know, their rings, and, you know, from 50,000 all the way up to 1 million, that just shows growth. And, you know, I know when the Lloyd started this company, you know, their vision was to have a 5-year plan. and that's to, help people, the average household earn, $250 a week. And that's being fulfilled. And, we're not in a race, to beat anyone there, no other company. We're really running our own race, and it shows. So I was just, thankful and humble, to see a lot of people, that are walking across the stage that are winning. And that's really what it's about. So now we're going into year 3, and it's going to be, more phenomenal. And that's just showing that we're going to continue to grow as a company. That's
right. We have now kicked off year number 3. Can you believe that? When we flash back, gosh, I remember just the talks. I remember scheduling your flight coming to Houston, as you say, when you were prepared to say no.
Yes. And I'm glad I said yes.
Right. And here we are. So, guys, tonight we have some very special guests, some interviews. We're also going to share with you some of the announcements that were made on Saturday, but I also want to share some of the commercials. Who tuned in for the commercials? Okay, because it was the commercials for me.
Yeah.
Let me see. I will show you guys. Okay, this one was my favorite. I don't know what was Kevin's favorite, but hold on. Here we go.
When I drank Capri's for the first time.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ow, 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 show them, girl, yeah, boom, boom.
Tava, it's a lifestyle.
No, that's a good one. I can't deny that's a good one. But we have such an amazing marketing department, and your marketing department is really a reflection of your leadership, and that leadership is Kenny and Shante Lloyd. And when I saw it for the first time, it was like when you're at your girl's crib. Who does that sound like? That sounds like? That sounds like Mr. Lloyd. Am I right?
That is Mr. Lloyd. All right, let's see. Hold on. And I believe this one was his favorite too. Hold on. Let's go.
Like him.
When the Vasia detox hits and you're at your girl's crib.
Run.
Tava, it's a lifestyle.
Now, doesn't that sound like something he would say?
For sure. And if anybody has taken the Vasia detox tea, those are facts. Okay.
That's right. But listen, we covered a whole lot. It took 6 hours. It won't be 6 hours tonight, but this is just really a recap. Right. We just had some people on here tonight, Lachelle, that were there, and they got a chance to experience it. And even though we told, just like last year, it was COVID, we told people, or asked people rather, don't show up. But they tend to, when we tell them not to show up, they show up anyway.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there, even though we said, hey, we want to be safe, but they came out anyway because they felt like it was important, to come out and celebrate the 2nd anniversary. So, I'm really excited to bring these people on here tonight to, just really get their perspective and, what they've been doing since they've been back in their respective cities. So who do you want to bring up first?
Awesome. Well, before we bring somebody up, do you want to talk about one of our big announcements?
Well, all of them were big. I don't even know what order to go into. So
that's why I said one.
Yeah, just one. So, by far, let's I'm going to do this because you all put it on me. Selzel by far was probably the best announcement of the day. I didn't know how everyone was going to handle Selzel, but look at them backstage right now. They're all shaking their head. Selzel by far, went over really well. And we're really excited about that because, there's nobody out there in the industry doing it, even though Selzel's around. And, we said that we're going to give people the opportunity to come in and do something different. And that's what we're doing here at Tava. We're doing things different. And, Selzel by far, to me, was a big deal. So Who you want to bring up to talk about Sezzle?
Yes. Well, we will bring up our double diamond. Let's see, Mrs. Nina Rochelle and my absolute favorite, Miss Paigey Pooh. Good evening. Are you guys muted?
We're over here like pow, pow. Get it.
Were you all dancing with the commercial?
Yes.
So Paige, did you like that commercial?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Are you excited about moving to Georgia, Paige?
I would love to.
All right. You get
Tell
so
the
quiet
truth,
when
Paige. Tell the truth.
I would love to go to Houston better than Atlanta because Atlanta is hot there.
No, Houston's hotter.
No, it's
Houston's
not.
hotter. Sit down.
But it's cooler because I'm here, right, Paige? But double diamond, Nina Rochelle Moore, you were on this weekend. You heard us talk about Sezzle. Look at you. That is right. You better show those awards.
Yes. Top recruiter. We got to acknowledge that before we move forward. Top recruiter, Paul.
Of the year.
200. Do you have your hardware? How much hardware do you have?
Come on. It's so heavy. It's so heavy.
Combination already.
Not being able to take pictures with y'all when y'all are like this.
Yes.
Well, I'm in.
That's right.
Yes.
Manifesting the next.
So, Nina, we are actually going to go down. I know you have a special guest to interview. And as we said, we made the announcement about Sezzle, and we want you to tell the people a little bit about it and then also call up your special guest for this evening, ma'am. You got it.
Boom, absolutely. Well, thank you so much to Mr. Kevin Harris and to Miss Lachelle Pierre. Looking all fly tonight, right, y'all? She got the red lip going on, a power look going on tonight. And I will tell you that Paul and I are absolutely elated. This weekend was nothing short of amazing. Houston owes us nothing. And so if you watched what was going on live, you guys go ahead and light the chat up. If you were there, light the chat up. I got 2 words about Sezzle. Sezzle is sexy. Okay, if you can flex pay your airplane ticket, if you can flex pay some sneakers, if you can flex pay your hair, you can flex pay undergarments like girdles and things like that. You can even flex pay your credit card payments. Why not? Why not be in a position where you can flex pay your enrollment? The keys to your freedom. You know what I mean? The keys to your freedom, the keys to your finance, the keys to your time freedom, the keys to, a financial revolution. Because I'm going to tell you something, Tava is where the money resides. And as I think about the number 3, you guys, as we're going into the 3rd year, I actually looked up what 3 is, what 3 means. What does it represent? It represents that good things are going to happen in your life. It represents that that you will have courage and you'll have strength. The number 3 is considered to be the number of wisdom and harmony, and it is associated with communication, creativity, and optimism. Can we say year number 3 is about to be off the chains, right? And so what I want to do is in my husband's absence, he's on his way back home from work, but not for long. I hope that after our interview, I can kind of share a little bit with you about that. But I got to get this young lady on the line. She was traveling home back to 5 Mile Flint, Michigan on Saturday. And so she was not able to get on the lives. But Dr. Tamara Dunn and her husband, Ray Dunn, they are out of 5 Mile Flint, Michigan. And Dr. Tamara Dunn is working from home 100% now. Tava. She walked away from her job to homeschool her children and work Tava. And I want y'all to know that this young lady is a quiet storm. This young lady, Dr. Tamara Dunn, you guys, is a retail beast. But they've enrolled a massive organization, and we had to get you on the line because you and your husband actually traveled to Houston with a teammate of yours. Dr. Tamara Dunn, let the people know who you are.
Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be on here today. Well, as she said, I'm Dr. Tamara Dunn. I'm an eye doctor, optometrist, and I have done that for the last 14 years. Yes, 14 years. I'm a mother, 10-year-old daughter, 7-year-old son, married to my lovely husband for 13 years, 13 and a half years. So, yes, actually, when COVID happens, the kids came out of school. So who has to come home? The mom has to come home and feed them and take care of them and love them. So I wasn't able to go to work. And I love being an eye doctor. You know, I love serving people. I love helping people. But when Tava came into my life, when it was time to go back, I said, I don't know if I want to go back. So that's a blessing in itself because it was always talks of me being a stay-at-home mom. But it's the fear of losing a doctor's salary that keeps you from moving forward. And COVID for me, I know it was hard on most, but COVID for me was a blessing for my family because we realized at that point where our real help came from. It wasn't from those jobs because I did not get paid from my job while I was off home with the kids. So when Tava came into our life, it was a blessing because it kept us moving forward. It kept food on the table. My husband was able to go to work and still do what he, does every day. But it was a choice. And I was blessed to be able to choose for me to go back or not. And I chose not. So I am here and I am in love with Tava and I am here to stay. That's my story.
So you were part of another network marketing company. You partner with Tava. You're very excited about the fact that we are an African American owned, a minority company. That was exciting to you. And then you saw that the conference was being postponed to February, but you still opted to make the trip to Houston. Why? Why was it important for you to be in Houston?
You know what? That was a long story because when you gave us the announcement that it was being postponed, I was like, okay, well, we already had things going on that weekend. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. Maybe it's meant for us to stay home. And, my husband was like, we need to go. Like, we can't stay here. We might as well just go. Everything is already booked. And I was like, no, it's okay. I'm sure the diamonds will be there and we can watch it from the live stream. But it was egging me so bad every day. And I canceled the hotels and I canceled my rental car, but I never caught the flights. Something was telling me, don't call the flight. I never did. I was waiting to the last minute. And Mr. Newman called Ray, FaceTimed me, called Ray and said, we still going. What y'all doing? And at that moment, I knew, okay, we'll be there. So you have to, when they say you need to be a part of the fire, that's what you have to do. If you want something you never had, you need to get in the room with the people that's doing it. And there's no need for me to stick around here with people that don't even have a dream at all and go and be around the people who are dreaming big that I can glean from and learn from. And it was amazing. I'm so happy I made that decision.
What was your biggest takeaway from being there this weekend?
Oh, goodness. You know what? It was probably in Mr. Lloyd's masterclass. And, we've been in masterclasses before. We've been in trainings before. We take out our notebooks. We're going to hear something profound. We're going to write it down. We're going to hear the trainings and write the steps to prospecting or, whatever it is. But the one thing that happened that's never happened before, when Mr. Lloyd had everybody go around and introduce themselves, at that moment, I probably held back from crying 5 times as everybody was going around the room because you have everybody, all walks of life. You've got doctors, you've got single moms, you've got teen moms, you've got lawyers, you've got bankers, you've got entrepreneurs, you've got CEOs of foundations. You have all these things and everybody looked just like me. And you do not see that anywhere. None of that is, you just don't see that. And I've never seen that. I mean, you meet people that are procedures and have good jobs, but you're not in a room just full of it. Like it's full of it. So that was amazing to me, and to be able to hear everybody's story, and everybody is making it and just making it their own. Everybody is not doing the same thing. They're making it work for them. And that just let me know, I got this. This is it.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. We are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. And we just want to thank Lloyd, thank Shantae Lloyd, Mr. Kevin Harris, and Miss Lachelle Pierre for allowing us this moment. We're sending it back to you.
Y'all know what? Thank you.
Thank you.
Nina. Thank you, Dr. Dunn. And I'm going to get Kevin Harris, you guys. Let me tell y'all, we have these controls and we can pop each other in and out. And I don't know why he finds such pleasure in not letting me put myself up, but that's all right. I'm going to get him.
Yes. Dr. Dunn, great meeting you over the weekend. And look, I need some glasses, by the way. I didn't know that. I'm going to come see you. I'm going to call you. I need some new frames, okay? But no, pleasure meeting you. But no, Sezzle is going to be a game changer. And, for all of you all wondering what Sezzle is about, it's more or less, it's just like another form of payment, but we're allowing you to do at Tava. We're breaking up your payments over 6 weeks. So you have 6 weeks to pay off if you come in with one of our product packages. Our product packages range anywhere from $99 all the way to $1,200. And you will be able to pay that off with over 6 weeks. So there's a soft, very soft. It doesn't affect your credit. And so you get paid, you get your points, you get all that up front.
Yes.
Chargebacks, it's all that. So look at Sezzle as another form of credit card. And so we will do an initial training on it as well too. But go ahead, Lachelle.
Kevin, and guess what? They can also use their Sezzle for their 120. Their 120 wealth builder. I'm sorry, my dog jumped on me. They can use Sezzle for their 120 wealth builder.
That's right.
So that means, because I know most of the leaders teach that you should run your SmartShip at the first of the month. So for everybody that's saying, you know what? I've got my mortgage, my rent, my car payment, my insurance, all this comes out at the first of the month. I can't do that. Well, now you have the option to flex pay that, so you don't have to pay it all up front. When we say we are giving you the tools to be successful, we are doing it.
But you got to enroll.
You got to enroll. You got to get above the arc, on board the arc. So, Kevin, let's talk about our other announcement that is also a game changer that people have been asking for a while. I know our resident retail queen was so excited when we made this announcement. She was already calculating, breaking it down before we even finished the announcement.
Yeah. She can't come in my office away from home. She was in there turning over papers, trying to see what the next announcements were going to be. I would intentionally walk out of the room and peek back in there, and she was tearing my desk up trying to look. I saw her, but I left. Look at her laughing backstage. She knows it's true, just being nosy, snooping around my desk. But I left nothing in there because I knew she was in there trying to take screenshots with her phone so she could figure out what was coming next. So, but that's look at her laughing. Look, she knows. So, but that's none other than our triple diamond TK Walker. Were you not tearing up my desk trying to see what all the announcements were going to be?
I caught myself on the live doing it too. I was like, you was talking, I was looking over, trying to stretch my eyes above my lashes to read all of it and catch it. And it's right here in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious. Hilarious.
So listen, you got your what is that? Your first ring you earned. What was that? What is that right there?
$250.
$250. What's the ring next to it?
That's a million.
So you just hold bypass 5. Just forget 5.
Just forget it. Just listen.
Well, congratulations to you and your team, TK. I know it's a team effort for you, and you've been here since day one as well. And I remember first meeting you at that first event where Tava was just a thought. And, you know, that was at a hotel here in Atlanta. And it probably was a handful of people in the room. And, you know, you said yes, but you didn't work your business right away. But, you know, you're known as a retail queen. And, you know, we came out with a product that people have been begging for. I tell you, they've been begging for this product, you know, since the company started. But, you know, we just started the company, like I say, 2 years ago. And now we're here. It takes time to get things done. And, you know, we changed it up for you guys. So tell the people what you think about, you know, this Valet 30 sample pack we have right now.
We go cut it in half, right?
That's right.
We cut it in half. And I'm so happy because I know that personally, I'm going to make up a sample kit with mine. Just like we got the power pack and grab pack. I'm going to throw in the sample Valet with the 5 for $25 and a cup of coffees and some flair. And hey, we still going to be popping in that money, okay?
So you're going to do flair too? He
needs
some flair. So he needs some flair too. So
see, that's why I can't let him run the control. That's what, listen. Where he at? Let me go. Listen, he actually is in the same city as me. So let me see, can I get JD to run down the street right quick and give him this flair, right?
You need to get him that flair, girl.
And let's hold on. We want to just give a little bit of clarity because the people heard you say we are going to cut that bottle in half. But actually, what we are doing is we are coming out with the single serving pouches of the Valet, 1 ounce pouches of the sample size or selling size, whatever you choose to do with it. And so we are going to let you tell the people about it. And Kevin, take your hands off of those controls and then please bring your guests up, TK.
That's right. That's right.
So listen, the Valet 30 is Tava's #1 product. You know, as I teach to put 3 bottles on your smart ship at the beginning of the month and pre-sell it, right? And the reason why it's one of the #1 products because it's consumable for all ages. Your toddlers, your teenagers, your grandma, you yourself need it, right? And it's our liquid vitamin, so it's kind of our everything product. So why not have it to where we can actually have it in a travel size, right? Have it in a travel size and be able to actually let other people try it before they buy it. So don't be afraid to even give some of the samplers away, okay? Buy enough of the products because once they sip on that Valet and know that the nutritional benefits of it, they're going to be able, it'll help you to lead them into them buying a whole bottle. So yeah, I'm ready for it. What day did we say it was coming out? Y'all come back up here and tell me what day so the people can know what day that will be available. Quit playing, TK. We didn't say a day. We said coming soon.
That's what she does.
I got you. See, I can play that game too. I can play that game. I learned from Lachelle. Okay, Kevin, I learned from Lachelle. So listen, let me bring up my guest tonight. Who was here in Houston. You know, I had several business partners that were here who could have gave a testimonial, who actually got awards as well. But I'm bringing up Mr. Jermaine Doucette. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing all right tonight.
Oh, that background look familiar. Where you at? We are going to have fun. I bet our team recognize that background. They recognize mine and yours. So listen, I'm here to interview you. And the reason why I chose you, not because you're my favorite guy in the whole wide world, but because this is your first network marketing company, right? And you got your position when we first started, but just like me, you didn't work your business because you didn't even understand your business until I was able to work your business. But do you have something on your finger right now? So we got 3 rings. Woo, woo, woo. Punch, baby. So what ring is that?
This is the 50,000 ring.
And you made that full-time or part-time?
Part-time, actually.
Okay, so go ahead and tell people about your background, what this ring means to you. You know, being in the presence, the activities that we did this weekend. But I especially, we know women come from all walks of life. Single moms, you know, that are working full-time and part-time, and they say that, you know, most of the time a tea business or this industry is a lot of women, right? You deal with a lot of women, but there are men, and we were speaking about that today, who are behind in child support, right? Who no, we're keeping it real, who are behind in child support, who are just needing to do something extra for their spouse or their kids, or trying to do renovations, or want a side business and not a side hustle, right? So tell them, you know, a little about your background and how this ring came about.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm very proud of this ring. I'm surprised. I'm still kind of elated about receiving this, and all the other people who received their rings. I'm really proud of them too. It means that the company is moving forward. And so I lead in like that because I didn't believe in network marketing. I come from a family that just does not like network marketing. And I tried something one time, someone tried to get me to do. I was like, not really, or whatever. So when this came about, you know, it was COVID was coming along and things like that. But you were like, you know what? I need you to support me with this. So I need you to join. So I was like, okay, so we can go out on a date. I'll do that. And I joined, but, you know, COVID had hit and we were trying to figure out how we were going to work this business and things like that. I'm retired from IBM and I was with them for like 22 years. So really, I'm more so used to corporate America and that structure and not network marketing. But once I got into this, and it's about really more so about serving and helping other people. But once I started to kind of generate some income through retail and also the binary, because we got a lot of ways to get paid and we get paid every Friday. So I was really happy about that. Once I started getting, you know, my checks weren't that big at first because, you know, the company was just starting. So I had some $28 checks and things like this. I was like, this ain't gonna work. I told you this ain't gonna work. And then, you know, as the company started to, you know, chug along and things like that, it just started to happen. And, you know, just doing it kind of like part-time, like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do it. I ended up with
Getting some karma checks. Getting some karma checks.
Yeah.
And what's so amazing about it, you guys? So that's his back office. But what y'all don't know is JD is my secret weapon retailer. He the one came up one day when we was in COVID and we was bored, and he came up with putting the music to the stories, doing the animations. Remember that? Tell them a little about that. And he started making $300 a day, you guys. And it scared me and it scared him. And he got so excited that he pulled up an Excel sheet, started writing his customer's name down, doing follow-up. I said, I got me a good one here. If he can do all that by himself, I know I'm keeping him around, because he was playing with the music. Sometimes he would get a little too sexy, y'all, you know, in the music. And I tell her to come back. But, you know, tell them about, you know, for the men, some of your strategies as well. Where do you go to promote your Tava products? How do you get it out there?
Well, now that COVID is kind of somewhat, let's say, relaxing, I go to the cigar lounges, and that's where a lot of the guys, you would think, I know this is a kind of, they say, a woman's industry, but there's fellas out there that need, you know, the flair for energy and things like that. I get hit up every time I go in now. Hey, you still doing that? That health and wellness? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, well, can I get some? I got a guy still right now. I got to, you know, get some more product right now to get it to him. But even the valet and one of the head guys that works there, he loves coffee. So he gets the coffee from me. So I do that. I go, I tailgate. I don't like the Texans, but we like football here. So we go to the tailgates and, you know, meet people out there. I'll, you know, have my cards, have my stuff ready, you know, and especially after eating that food and doing all that other stuff, I say, here, I'll give you some samples and things like that. That's one thing I did not believe in at first, you know, like sampling, because it was like, oh yeah, give your product away, give 2 to somebody or give 1 to somebody. I'm like, no, I paid for this. They're going to have to pay for it too. But what I did learn through your strategies is that you have to, let's say, give a little to get a lot. So I kind of start sampling and things like that. I did that at the Cigar Lounge as well. And the thing about it with the stories in social media, you just have to stay consistent. Not everybody's going to buy your stuff or, come and to Tava like right away. If you stay consistent, they see you doing some things, they're gonna, come maybe even a year or 2 later. I have a cousin who just came to me and actually stated they want to join, and they actually bought some of the stuff. So it's been working out really well.
Well, thank you so much, JD, for actually, being that voice for the men out there who may have doubt. You gave them a few strategies, and then you have, some different things that you're doing for the organization and for Tava to make sure that the men, just like you said, stay consistent. So listen, thank you. I'm gonna turn it back over to Lachelle and Kevin. I think we said enough about everything. How about that, huh, Lachelle? You're muted.
Hold up. Okay, there I go. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for sharing. And yes, JD, your transparency and hearing from, a man in the industry, new to the industry, learning how to be successful in this business is exactly what we needed to hear. And you could not have had a better teacher than the retail queen herself. So thank you all so much. That's right. Top retailer and top earner of the year. We see you. We see you. We see you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I am winging it solo. Kevin Harris acting like he's having internet problems. Y'all put it in the chat. Tell Kevin that if he would pay his bill, they wouldn't cut his internet off in the middle of a live stream. Everybody put it in the chat. Pay your bills, Kevin. But we are going to keep it going. As I said, we made so many announcements on Saturday. If you're just joining us, we talked about Sezzle. We talked about now having the Vale 30 sample size 1 ounce on the go. Man, whether you're creating your sample packs or if you're just traveling on the go, ladies, how many of you are excited to be able to throw a little pouch in your pack, in your purse, keep them in your workout bag? Like, I am just beyond elated at this, okay? So the next thing that we have been talking about and that we announced this weekend is the holding tank, which Mrs. Lloyd, let me see. Anybody was on with Mrs. Lloyd? What with the workout with Shantae? She changed the name of the holding bin. What did she change the name to? Let's see. The first person to put it in the chat with your distributor number, we're going to have something for you. You got to put your distributor number in and the name. What did she change it to? We cannot. Miss Marguerite, I believe you are the first one. That is right. The waiting room. And there is one gentleman who has been on us for a while, and I know he is excited that we made that announcement. That is none other than our double diamond, Mr. Jeff Simpson. And let me tell you guys, he has been asking us about this holding tank, but we may not do it when you want it, but we always come right on time. We are a corporate body that does listen to the field and take into consideration the things that you tell us. So, Double Diamond Jeff Simpson, are you there, sir?
I'm here loud and clear. Can you hear me, Lachelle?
I can. So how did you feel about that waiting room?
Well, you know what? I like the sound holding tank, but it's called waiting room. I want everybody in the comments, can y'all say hold up? Hold up. We got a holding tank, baby. Can y'all let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I know the Sezzle is sexy. You know, the Valley, the small Valley 30 is sexy. Matter of fact, you know, all the retailers out there, put the money bags out there. Put the money bags in the comments because y'all gonna make some money with this Sezzle. Y'all gonna make some money with those sample packs, ladies and gentlemen. So I gotta just take 5 seconds of pause because I want to see the money bags out there for the retailers, ladies and gentlemen. Money bags out there for the retailers. Hold up. We got a holding tank. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. But I want to give a shout out to my retailers because they're the ones that keep this company going. Put the money bags out there, retailers, because we chopped the Valley 30 in half, baby. We chopped it in 5 different sizes. Now y'all could travel to the airport. Y'all could, where are my sample kings and sample queens that put the money back? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Year 3 is going to be a tsunami of money. It's going to be a tsunami of money bags, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be rings all over the place in Tava. But like I said before, we love the Sezzle. We love the Valley, but I got to get back to it. Hold up. We got a holding tank, y'all. So, well, it's a waiting room, but, you know, I've been asking for a holding tank for a long time. So, like I said, you know, I'm very excited about, you know, this weekend. And I'm very, I picked this gentleman to come up for a reason because, you know, like I said before, it's people like him. He was like, you know, Jeff, you know, back then when he first got started, this gentleman kept recruiting. And he was like, you know, Jeff, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to sponsor place. I want to learn how to reward my people because sometimes I put people in the wrong place and I call corporate and sometimes, you know, they're too busy and I can't change them. So guess what, y'all? We got a holding tank, a waiting room, ladies and gentlemen. So you know, now that we got a waiting room, I can't wait to see how many people checks are going to increase because of what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, Lachelle, if I could bring my guest up from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Mr. Alan Brown, ladies and gentlemen. So the reason why I brought up Alan Brown, you know, because see, it intrigues me. It intrigues me to see people who are in business, they do something else full time, but they still make time to work Tava. You know, I'm full time in Tava, so it's a little bit different. But it's intriguing for me to see someone like Alan Brown, who's a head chef. He's a head chef at an Italian restaurant in Louisiana, which is my favorite food is Italian. He's the head chef, ladies and gentlemen, so he's very busy. And I have a lot of business owners in my organization. You know, Sandra Pittman, she won top earner for the executive director. She runs a full-time restaurant. Now, Alan Brown, he's a head time chef. And I chose him because, you know, he had a lot of people from Louisiana in Houston. So I just want him to share a little bit about what happened with him. So before I get going, I just want to ask, you know, my first question. Alan, you know, you've been asking about this. You've been asking about sponsor placing. How do you feel about the holding tank, or AKA the waiting room, man?
Man, I'm feeling great about it, man. It's going to be a great thing because, I mean, people like myself, you know, like you said, I'm the executive chef here in Baton Rouge. So, yeah, I recruit a lot of people, but I really don't have time to, like, place them where I want to go. So it's like, you know, not going to say I'm not going to be in a rush to place them, but, you know, at least it'll give me a holding time to, you know, take care of this. So, yeah.
Right. So, you know, like I said before, man, you know, what was your, you know, because, you know, we've been talking a lot since lately, and I just want to know what was your favorite announcement at the event, you know, of all the new things we got going on. What was your best thing that you took away from the event? What was your favorite announcement? What drove you the most? Because, you know, you're getting back on fire. What fired you back up to get going with Tava again?
Well, pretty much you guys. I mean, like I said, I want to say thank you guys once again because you know, we was put like in a little situation or whatever, but I don't like to hold on to the negative, hold on to the past. But the fact that you guys reached out to us, you know, letting us know that, you know, we got this. So that's another thing that really fired me up because, you know, I could have just said, forget everything, but I didn't. I'm not a quitter. So.
Right. So, like I said, as well, I want to ask you another question, man, because, you're an executive chef and, you see a lot of people every day, man. And I know you are really big on the recruiting and also with that valet. What do you think about what's going to happen now, man? Now we got those sample packs. What are you going to be able to do in your restaurant with those valet sample packs, man?
Man, I haven't even sat down and thought about it yet. Even the sample packs, because like I'm in a restaurant, so I keep these on deck. Because either myself, my servers, a couple of my chefs, they need the energy. I've been talking to a couple of people about the Valet 30, but now that we're having the sample packs, I give these away. That's why I order so many of them. Even with that, I'll go ahead and be able to sample them out. So much to the point where I have vendors that come back to my restaurant and, they get their order with me. They'll call me out about, hey, you still got that? I'm like, yeah, I almost feel like I'm a drug dealer, but, I'm enjoying every minute of it. So.
Right. Right. And, and like I said before, man, it's another question I want to ask because, as, being in business full time, I know it's easy. It's not easy. So, how do you manage, for someone like yourself, being an executive chef, what is the secret, to your success as far as time management and able to do what you do and Tava at the same time? I felt that's very important because I know when I first got in this industry, working insurance, it got to the point where I couldn't do both. So how is it? What is the secret sauce of you managing your time and what your important duties, what you do, and able to squeeze in Tava? What is your secret sauce to that?
Great question. Honestly, I was always raised to believe that you make time for the things that you want. Yeah, I get paid great money here at the restaurant, but at the same time, I love helping people. I love being able to vacation with my family. Take trips like I do. I know you see me all over. And like I said, it's the time freedom. So yeah, I'm going to eventually hang this up. Who knows? I may want to open up like a catering gig, but still it's going to be on my own terms. And Tava is a great vehicle to do that. I bought 2 new cars with Tava during the pandemic. When the restaurants were shut down, my back was against the wall. But guess what? I still had Tava. As long as the post office didn't close, I was good. So,
I used to call it the bank. As long as you go to the bank. Right. So, and that's another thing as well, because, we all, a lot of, network marketing, women dominate network marketing. We know that in this industry, but I wanted to bring you on and, if you could just give the fellas out there, because, sometimes it's hard for the fellas to believe. And it was good to see JD having his success, it's his first time in this industry. So what do you suggest out there to all the men that are watching for the first time, or what do you suggest to the men that, how this opportunity works and it's possible?
To the fellas out there, everything's possible. Besides from being a chef, I'm also a massage therapist. I'm always at the gym. So it's like women look to us, for validation. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about women's rights and everything. But you know what I'm saying? Like women always want to ask, well, what can I do differently? So, they appreciate our input. Most of my team are women. I try to recruit guys. I have a couple of guys on my team, but it's definitely a women's industry. But I don't look for excuses. I look for solutions.
Right.
That's what it is.
And like you said, man, everything is possible. Everything's possible. So, with that being said, man, I think let's just close out together and say, hold up. Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Hold up. All right, Alan. So appreciate that, man. Great interview. Let me turn it back over to Lachelle. Lachelle, thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
You do. And we're so excited, man, about what's to come here with Tava. So I turn it back over to you, Lachelle.
Thank you so much, Double Diamond Jeff Simpson and head chef Alan Brown. Guess what? I am headed to the boot. I don't know who likes to eat more, Kevin Harris or myself. You know what? Kevin might win. He might win that foodie category, but I am a close second. So Alan Brown, don't be surprised if we pop up in your neck of the woods. So, all right, guys, we have been recapping for those that are just joining tonight. We are doing a quick recap of the 6.5 hour Tava Award show this Saturday. Man, I'm telling you, if you missed it, go ahead and pop in. You can go back and view it. We highly recommend you catch some of these segments, but tonight we wanted to give you a quick overview. So you heard about the sizzle. You heard about the Valet 30 sample packs. You heard about the holding tank / waiting room. I still don't know what the official name will be. We'll see. Y'all put it in the chat. What would you prefer? Holding tank, holding bin, because I think we got both of them in the back office, or waiting room. What's your preference? Right? And then the other announcement, we changed the packaging of the flare. You just heard Chef Brown and Double Diamond, Jeff Simpson talking about the flare. I have one more person to bring up to share with you about that, and that is none other than Diamond Clavon Damu Browning. Hello, sir. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you, Lachelle Pierre, our amazing director of operations? I'm blessed. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I am doing fantabulously well this evening. I am still on a high, actually, from this previous week and weekend. Just seeing everybody, all the diamonds coming together, and so many other people. So I'm still excited. So I am going to go down and let you tell the people about this new flare bottle that we have. And I know you have a special guest tonight, and I believe there's congratulations for that guest, I believe. But I'm going to let you tell all about it.
Well, I would just say that the flare is amongst one of the many exciting announcements that corporate made. I want to just give Tava its props for staying innovative, for staying cutting edge, and for keep reinventing itself as a company, right, while still staying true to our identity. For me, it was a weekend of recognition. It was a weekend of recognition. That was the number one thing, because they say babies cry for it, and they say that men die for it. You know, we all want our recognition, right? For the hard work, for the sweat equity, and the way Tava recognized the leaders that have helped build this company from the beginning, and the new leaders that have come with a new wave of energy and excitement. Spectacular. And then it's not just the $1 million ring earners. It's not just, diamonds and above. We got our amazing rings. Let me see. This here, an honor and a distinction to be a ring earner. But it wasn't just, it was the Spirit Awards. It was acknowledging the supervisors. It was acknowledging the directors, the executives. I'm just going to say the heart and soul of our ability to recognize our leadership and show that love and appreciation is what blew my mind. And it lasted all weekend. And Mr. Lloyd allowing us to come into corporate and do the training, watching Mr. Kevin Harris stand up there and do his thing. And it was just really special. And so I want to, and then you have the flare. Before I bring up a special guest to ask him a couple of questions about his experience. I just think that's awesome, because that's one of our, if not our number one product. So I'm just really excited about what we're doing as a company. I want to bring up Bishop Banks right now from upstate New York. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Great. I'm so glad and honored to be invited on with you today, sir. You're our best, and you're the best servant leader, best leader we ever could have for our organization. And we are grateful and honored to be on your team.
Listen, brother, it's an honor and a distinction, to work with you and your family. I mean that sincerely. We're all a reflection of each other. I learned so much from you and your leadership as well. Thank you for that. And I want to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
How many people did you actually bring from upstate New York all the way to Houston?
I told that 13.
Wow, 13. Wow. Yep. And listen, that's vision. That's vision. What inspired you to bring, I don't know, 13, 15 people to corporate And you do this as a bishop full time. Can you just share with the world what it meant for you? And that was your family, your wife, your children, all your top supervisors that are coming up the ranks. What did it mean to bring your entire foundation and have them meet corporate and experience Tava? And I know you're out there playing golf, and just what it means for you as someone who's pretty new to Tava,
Yes.
but at the same time making a huge impact. What did the weekend mean for you?
Oh, it meant everything. Like I had told them before, when we had made our first meeting back in June to come down to New York City for Pastor Sean, shout out to her and her leadership as well. We went down for the New York City meeting, and that supercharged us to really press and began to really work our businesses together. So I try to encourage everyone that they need to make it down for the Ark Awards. They need to be down there in Houston where it's all happening and coming out from. So it meant a lot to see them say, all right, when they started buying their tickets, I said, okay, they're taking this word seriously, that if they're going to build their business, they're going to be successful, they got to get there. There's going to be private trainings, I told them. There's going to be insight that they'll never ever be able to hear from outside. So I told them, I said, it's imperative that everybody make it there, do the sacrifice, do what they got to do, but be there. And they heard the word and they followed and they came, and it blessed me and my wife to see them all there.
Man, that is awesome. Let me ask you one more question. Yes. What was your biggest takeaway? Maybe you heard some things from your team and from your family. Collectively, what was the spirit of the biggest takeaway? But how about you personally? What was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
I think my biggest takeaway was that from the whole experience is that, and especially when we were talking about this amongst our team members, is renewing the mind, getting out of that old mindset, and shedding that old skin or old way of thinking and renewing the mind. Just like, and it's like a repeat. It's like you heard it on Friday in the training. Shout out to Kenny Lloyd and Shante Lloyd. You heard it from that point, from all of the other diamonds, but then we had an explosion in TOP where you brought the manifestation of full understanding of what the type of thinking it takes to be successful in life in general. So that was our biggest takeaway. It was a shedding and a renewal to the point that everybody's now thinking totally different. And I mean, they're strategizing, they're talking to us about ideas now. That wasn't there before. Now there's a gleam and a light in their eyes. They're on fire, and all the new announcements and changes, they're really excited. The sizzle, I mean, just everything. I'm telling you, this team is going to work hard to get you to the crown.
Hey, listen, that was awesome. Bishop Banks, I just want to thank you for your commitment, because you're the type of person who doesn't try to make time to do Tava. You do Tava while you're living your life. You've incorporated into your ministry, your responsibilities as a servant leader in the community. You've incorporated into everything that you do. And like I said, you do it full time. You go so hard. You've committed your life to it. And we are grateful for you. And it was great having you in Houston, you and your family. God bless you. And I'm looking to see you advance in rank this month. And, Pierre, I want to just kind of bring it back to you.
I want to thank you for the recognition that you gave us. These 2 awards and stuff at the award ceremony that you had. Thank you for that. But I do have to say something about that ring. I'm going to get me that ring. That ring is coming. I'm going to get that ring. I can't get one of these, though. This gets you into the Vatican. But you get those rings.
Okay. Well, for us, the Vatican was, what was that? That was Friday night at Mr. Kenny Lloyd's house. That was our Vatican.
I love it. You better call it.
That black tie. Well, Lachelle, thank you so much. It's an honor. It was an honor to be on this platform and to celebrate. And Lachelle, you are such a soul soldier.
Yes,
I know you had injury.
Real true.
You were moving around. You did everything. We love you. We respect you. Shout out to Megan. And I wish I knew all the ladies' names, but please, if I can, Lachelle, every single person that works in that corporate office, they are so precious. They are so awesome. They are the definition of Black excellence from an administrative perspective. And we love them. And want to say thank you to them, Kenny, Shantae, yourself. And what's our COO's name again?
Kevin Harris. I know you don't remember since he's not on here.
The one that starts crying every time we talk about Kenny Lloyd. Tell him we said shout out too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Browning. Bishop Banks, thank you to all of our leaders that got on tonight, to all of you that tuned in, that came down. And as he said, I definitely have to shout out to the entire customer service staff. Let me tell you, these ladies worked tirelessly, okay? And I mean, the hours were long all week. They were there with a smile, and every evening staying late and then right back up early to make sure everything was set up. So please, guys, in the chat, show them some love. Next time you talk to them, just tell them thank you. You appreciate them. Don't just call in and fuss at them. Let them know when they do things right as well. But tonight has been phenomenal. And let me tell you, this is just the beginning. So tonight, Saturday, we made those announcements. And let me tell you guys, there are other things on the horizon. Now, I am not COO Kevin Harris, and I'm not spilling any tea tonight. Y'all know I save my tea for Wealth Building Wednesday anyway. So if you want to hear me spill it, you have to come there. But please tune in the morning to work out with our visionary leader, Miss Shantae Lloyd, at 7 a.m. Where is my BNF crew? Ladies, checking. BNF crew. I know the guys have their little fit gang, little workout. You know, Kevin lifting those hollow weights and everything. But ladies, if you want to be a part, hit us up. We will add you to the workout group in WhatsApp. I think that is it for the night. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Don't forget, tomorrow is Wealth Building Wednesday also, and I can't wait to see all of you tune in tomorrow at 12 noon. Have an amazing night.
3. Want a slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is just a little taste, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is money in the bank, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is I wake up to bout feet, I make mine by the leader. I drink life in a teacup. I like Valet 30 better than tequila. Yeah, Velcy, I sip that night. Got a little kick like Tyson. Look so good, better recognize me. It's the type of lifestyle, I'm icy. Still don't need to chill on me. Flare pill, yeah, I'm still on it. Velcy a day and nightly. Got a little kick like Tai Chi. Slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is just a little taste, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is money in the bank, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is